true! I put in carpets for a living! I got better shit to do anyway!
Alright, that's the last of them, right?
Oh, okay, you beat all the weak guys. Easy! Really easy. Now go do the obstacle course.
Oh, okay. Okay, you know what? It looks like some simple platforming. You know, like what you'd see in like Lucky's Tale on, you know, or you know that one game that we all know and love, Mario Land. Really? You got hurt? You know, that looked like it should have been easy.
Oh god, I'm slipping! I'm slipping! I'm slipping! I'm slipping! I'm slipping! Ah!
You know, listen, you're not gonna impress me if you get through this. It's pretty simple. Stop messing up!
Oh god. I have a pacemaker. One zap would kill me.
Okay, let's just get this over with, please. Ah! Well, I guess it's apparently harder than it looks. Whew, okay, that fucking jump. God damn. That was a little, we made it. That was a little tough though.
Congratulations, shitheads. So you made it past the first training exercise. Big deal. That one was easy. We lied and said it was hard to scare you. Oh, it's fun to freak you out, to fuck with your heads. Now get ready for exercise 2. It starts in 1 hour. That's right, you have to wait a full hour. We're testing your resolve. So just stand there patiently and wait. Then this door will open and you can continue.
Okay, there's no way we're waiting a full hour. Seriously, for fuck's sake, don't make us wait a whole hour. Bounty Hunter, please, for fuck's sake, I'm begging you, just find another way out of here. Okay, thank God. Okay, let's ditch this whole recruiting bullshit thing. Oh shit, okay, well, there goes that bootleg goop. I guess that didn't last for very long.
Oh my god, hello! Thank God you're here! My name's Dr. Joopy. Douglas kidnapped my whole family, and I'm trying to sneak in and save them. But I just can't get through these pipes in the next room. Oh my god, I'm freaking out!
Hey, listen, little guy. We're trying to find Douglas too. You know, maybe we can help each other.
God, I'm so worried I'm gonna throw up. You really helped me? Oh, gee, I'm so grateful. Follow me. You gotta connect these pipes for me so I can get through and save my family.
Hey, don't worry. This is a classic textbook puzzle situation. I think me and my bounty hunter partner can figure this one out. Don't...
Wow! You did it! You got the door open! Listen, I'll never forget this. You're my personal hero.
Oh, come on. You're too kind. It was easy.
Oh, did you say you're heading to find Douglas too? His office is that big building up on top of Dregtown. There's a zip line just past here that'll take you right to him.
Huh. Well, all right then. I hope the guy gets his family back. All right, Douglas, here we come. That was the hardest part behind us. This is basically done. We finished this shit. We are fully out. Fuck. Okay. What is this?
Congratulations to all of you worms who made it this far in your training. It is now time for the final test, a bloody free-for-all. Last one standing gets to join the G3. No rules, just killing. Good luck, shitheels.
God damn it, another fucking thing with this. Holy shit, just kill them all.
Yeah, good job. Congratulations, recruit. Now, I don't know, fight some more guys.
More G3, another wave.
I'm here, but don't kill me. And if it's a simulation, sure.
Oh shit, this one's rushing us.
Wait.
That's for ruining my life. Hey, don't forget to use my glove shot, you know? That's for Gatless.
Ash, spider bounty hunter.
Surveil this.
Shit, we lost him.
Fuck you.
You're drone for. Next time, don't join the G3.
Gonna get you right in the Q spot.
Congratulations, graduates, on joining the G3 or whatever. I really can't stress enough how little I give a shit. Now report to your commanding officer and we'll send you off to die fighting for us on whatever dumbass planet we decide. See ya.
What's going on?
Oh, it's you! Oh, you again! Am I glad to see you? I'm so happy we keep running into each other.
Oh, look who it's our old buddy. It's our old friend, Dr. Jupy. What are you talking about? How's it going?
There's another locked door. I'm running out of time. God, I'm so worried about my kids. And a little bit about my wife, but...
Okay, we'll see what we can do.
Oh, my poor kids. I hope Douglas doesn't kill them. I can feel my wife Plenty calling for me. You're gonna solve this one too. Thank you. Oh, Plimmy and the kids are probably so scared without me. I hope Douglas isn't torturing them right now.
David's there. I'm going to bed. But,
Mom says she's gonna bring it. Mom says she's gonna bring it to 18. I set it up for the basic shit.
You did it
If your
again.
number's locked, it's not gonna work
Douglas's office
regardless.
isn't too far from here. I'm going on ahead.
Yeah.
I'll see you there.
So she's
Jesus
gonna have to
Christ,
get transferred.
Douglas is gonna kill Dr.
Sims and
Jupy. Look
everything.
how
There
weak
was a serial number.
and cute Dr. Jupy is.
Wow.
Forget about it.
I had to put it. Oh, I didn't see it. So she was gonna have to get your old number.
Careful!
Well, you're going to bed. Good night, love you.
no,
Oh, fuck.
This is an urgent announcement. This sector has temporarily been designated as a Mothers For and Against Violence Zone.
That means there's probably just going to be a lot of violence.
Well, Cody go to bed
An
already, too.
intruder has
I don't know where he's at.
You know what? That looks like Douglas's office, but we can't get in that way. Maybe
Fuck
we
you,
can
I
go
forgot to grab
around
my
back.
alcohol. Bitch.
Any and all mothers out there, I'll believe whatever cause they ask me to believe in. Hot mothers, not hot mothers.
Oh shit, here we go.
If you're still out there, please go away.
Oh, he's gone.
How's it going?
Yeah.
Feeling good, Bounty
What the fuck
Hunter?
you doing?
What?
You're a piece of shit.
He didn't go to bed, did he?
What are you doing? Who the hell would I be talking to? Who fucking called you? I don't even know how you hear David. That, you don't even know if I'm in the party or not, actually.
Party because I saw you go online. I checked the app to see what you were playing. It said you were still home, so I was assuming you were just gonna fucking go to bed like a little bitch. And I just, laying in bed with my cat.
But that's not my fault. That was
Figures
someone
that's
you.
one pussy.
You were so
Yeah.
easy to kill.
Don't quit being a bitch. Get
That's what I
on.
need, bro. They don't talk back.
David said, either open that cat's mouth and shove your fucking centimeter Peter down it, or fucking get on.
He didn't say that at all. You're just saying that.
I'm not telling you what he said.
David's a fucking bitch. He won't even open his mouth up.
Fuck you.
He said, fuck you.
It's crazy. Really involving. Tell me to go finish this fucking play.
Gus is in the house.
I'm nice and loose.
I think he might have heard that. I don't know. He said go finish your fucking flight, you fucking homo.
I'm not doing that. I'm playing High on Life.
Oh, something what I said.
He said he's playing High on Life.
That's crazy, bro. I don't give a flying fuck.
Alright, well, I'll see you in 3 minutes. You better get on. Alright, take care, bye. Take care yourself.
Here comes more!
Come on. Why isn't there any, like... Actually, never mind. Scratch that idea. All I want to do is play a fucking goddamn raid.
Why the fuck do you wanna fucking do, huh? Play a fucking raid? That sucks. Get gone.
It doesn't matter which way I go. That fuck. You're not gonna play.
The G3 doesn't stand
Even
a
if
chance.
it was David to play, I still need a third. Therefore, fuck. No. Therefore,
Even if you ask David to play, bro, he's going to bed in 20 minutes anyway, so it won't matter.
Therefore, I need a third again.
Alright, you need second.
Who's back, baby?
I'm gonna go patrol the streets.
Okay.
Set that out for good.
Bumper that. One big lead.
Are these things alive? You know what? That's what they get for joining the G3. You know, I guess. I don't know. It's I'm conflicted on it. It's rough.
David, actually, I do have a question for you.
What?
When you're on, no, you don't. I know you don't play Microsoft Flight Simulator, but I downloaded it and I was playing it the other day.
Dr. Chu!
Could you shut the fuck up? When you take off, and you're in en route. What controls do you What do you have to do to get your plane from? I don't know. Maybe I don't know for some reason it literally would climb in altitude and then dive, and then climb in altitude and dive, climb in altitude and dive, and I would just keep on doing it. And then I went in there and I scrambled a bunch of shit out in the dashboard, and it stopped doing it and it just went straight. But I don't know what the fuck was going on.
The best way I could show you is I could stream it and show you how to set it up.
Does it normally do that?
No.
Can't press the big boy button.
First I need
So-
what aircraft?
I was in a Boeing 747.
Alright. Is that the one that you're trying to do it with?
Well, I was trying to do it that one, yes.
So I'll do this.
B, you're still alive!
Oh, my best
See what
friend.
you did, Chris?
This is it.
Huh?
See what you did? Look at what you started, man.
I'm just asking a realistic question because I was trying to play the game and it just kept on fucking going up and down, up and down, up and down. I eventually fixed it, but I don't know what I did.
Google, bro. L Google.
Yeah, but when you have somebody that plays the game like that all the time,
Yeah, but now he's gotta stream it to show you, bro. He can't just tell you what button.
Well, it's too complicated. It's not just a button. It's
you have to set a bunch of shit because I was setting
That
things
is
as I went.
exactly why I'll never fucking play that game, dude. Too much work.
That's right.
Wanna fly around?
We don't
We'll
want you to
play
play it
GTA.
anyways. Alright, so you're the only one that can see my stream. Oh, shit. Maybe not.
Nice.
Technically, it is a button. Fuck you.
Alright, can you see it?
Right now I'm on a black screen.
Yeah, yeah, there's not anything on there. Hang on. So, where were you trying to fly from?
Trying to fly from Philly to Cali.
Jesus, that's a lot. You're looking at it like 4-hour trip there.
Yeah, it was like 4 or 5 hours. 4.5 hours.
Hang on.
4 hours, you'll never get back. Oh. Right, Bubba?
I think they really did work on the game though, because I've seen other people flying too. Pretty cool.
Pretty cringe, right, Bumpers? Right. Nice cock.
Alright, you should see it now, right?
It's delayed, so you might give me a... Yeah, now I see it.
Alright.
Anything you do is gonna take like a couple seconds for me to see.
Well, that ain't the airport I wanted. Philadelphia International. Alright. So said 737, right?
Yeah, I think it was a bigger one than that.
I could
I'll
change
tell you
it.
what it was. Give me a second. Let me log on it quick.
Was it Airbus?
Yeah, it was. It was big. I'm
See,
pretty
I
sure
don't
that's
I
what it
don't know
was.
how the functions work with a controller, so but I'll show you what needs to happen, and you're gonna have to figure out how to do it with the
Well,
controllers. I don't know how to
I
do
know
it
how to
with
do it with the controller, but you have to like, you could set everything up inside the airplane.
Yeah.
Minus the controller. That's what I was.
Oh. First, I gotta find out what aircraft, and then.
Oh, give me a second. Here, I'll tell you. You gotta. I didn't know you still.
Boeing, it's all strictly based on the pilot, where
It was just really.
Airbus is all computer.
It was weird because, like I said, it would gain like. I don't know.
Well, if you're overspeeding, it'll do that.
Maybe that's what it was doing. I don't know. It would literally go up about 5,000-6,000 feet, and then it would like go down to like I don't know 150 knots.
Sounds like you were flying an Airbus.
And then it would go back down.
Sounds like you were flying an Airbus. Because
what
will happen is what will happen is on an Airbus, if you're overspeeding, it'll fly until its limits. It knows what its limits are, and then when from causing it to go too fast to the part where the plane starts falling apart, it'll start climbing altitude to shed off some of that speed by going up.
See, but I wasn't gaining speed. Like, I mean, I was gaining speed, but I wasn't like, I don't know, man. I don't think 250 or 300, like 280, like whatever you want to call it. Not is it knots or is that?
Well, it depends how high you are. Because
I didn't really think that was all that fast.
after 18,000, well, it all depends.
I was like 30,000 feet.
Okay, then you're in Mach. It's no longer indicated airspeed, so it's no longer knots. It goes by Mach. Mach number. So once you get up above like 20,000 feet ish, you got to start looking at your Mach number, not your indicated. Because the indicated, so how the
So
indicated.
you switch it over then?
No, you should see it right on the MFD or PFD.
Because it asked me if I wanted to see it in knots or if I wanted to see it in a Mach.
Oh, you're using the HUD?
Yeah, I was using.
Oh, yeah, see, that makes it more difficult. I don't know. You got to switch it. You got to switch it after. See, that's why when Microsoft Flight Sim originally came out and they put it on Xbox, it's so hard to do because it's not user friendly. It's not like a HUD. It should show you both, and it doesn't.
Well, it does. Like, I mean, it doesn't show you both at the same time. You have to switch back and forth.
Yeah. Well, after 20,000 feet, you got to switch to Mach. Anywhere between like 18 and like 20, anywhere around there. It really, how you know is, well, first I gotta explain to you how it even knows how fast it's going. So your indicated airspeed, I can show you once this loads in. It'll be easier to think.
It's a Boeing 747-8 inner.
Oh Jesus. Okay. Well, I'll switch to a 747.
It's big.
Chris. Guess
What?
What? The Witcher Blood Origin limited series coming December 25th on Netflix.
That'll be good to watch.
But it's
I
a
was
limited
waiting for that for a
series,
while.
so it's just
Yeah, I
probably
know.
once.
Yeah, they actually added a lot of planes on here. They actually added a helicopter too. See, what's the difference between an Airbus A310-300 and an Airbus A320 Neo?
I'll show
Well,
you.
one's from the Matrix, obviously.
So an A310, that's an old aircraft. I can show you what that is then too. And then A320, that's just a common commuter. And then the Neo stands for the next gen of engines. So it has like the new and improved, quieter, more efficient, bigger engines. That's a Neo.
That's what I should have been driving. I don't know why I picked this thing. It was just too big. It's too big. Really.
I need to take the Shade X thing off because everything is so blurry. It gets annoying.
Yeah, but I know you get. Wow, dude, that thing's fucking sweet.
All right.
Hercules H4, bro. Sheesh.
Oh, wait, that's all. It needs to come off. Okay. The sun's in my eyes. Alright, can you see this?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Are you on flight sim or are you on?
I'm on X-Plane. So, when you're flying, okay, when you're up in the air going said speed, right?
Hey,
see these things right here? I don't know. Can you see my mouse?
I can see the mouse.
Okay.
Yeah, those things go.
I'll do this. Let's make it a little easier. These guys.
Gotcha.
Those are called pitot tubes. Alright. On the end of them, they have a little opening in the tube. And as you're flying, the air and air pressure flows through them. And it gives you either a speed reading, altitude reading, whatever. Alright, one's barometric pressure and one's the speed. And then off of that, that's your indicated airspeed. Where's the... I don't normally fly this thing. Is this the one you're going to be flying? Or do you want me to show you on something that you're gonna be flying?
Yeah, you could probably show me on something else, like a Neo, because I was
That's
flying
easier.
this,
That's easier.
but
So, Airbus is easier than Boeing to start out on, totally honest. So Boeing, it's only going to do what the pilot tells it to do. It's an airplane, okay? An Airbus, it's a computer. You're basically flying a computer.
and like all the smaller airplanes are probably pretty much all manual then, right?
Yeah. See, the problem is with Microsoft Flight Sim, again, is a lot of the functionality of the aircraft is not there.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. You should download it.
That's a big download. Actually, I think I have it downloaded. Hold on. Oh yeah, it needs an update.
I want to see if they fixed the bugginess. I wonder if we can fly together.
Okay. Oh yeah. Stupid camera.
Alright, which one is that? Is that the Neo?
Okay, so this is the A320. It's a 21. So you have the 319, 320, and 321. That all depends on the length. It's just the size of it. The A3, they're all based off of the A320 family. So they're all A320s, except there's shorter ones and there's longer ones. This is the longest one out of the three. The 319 being the shortest. The A320 is just the standard size. Alright, now these engines are what make it a Neo. These are the new Gen X Leap 1A engines, which make that a A321 Neo. All they are is they're bigger, quieter, more power, and use less fuel and less emissions. That's the only difference. So, when you get into it, this is a cold and dark state. Everything's off. This should be off too. I don't know why that's on. I think that's just bugged. But you come in, you turn. Oh, that's why the batteries are on. Okay, so you turn the batteries on. Those two buttons there. All right. I don't want to have to run through every little thing. You seem like you can be able to get it started, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have it on pretty much
All
like basic controls. Because you could go really advanced, but I didn't do that because I didn't know all this shit.
Oh, I can show you everything to set up. I don't know. I don't want to go off the beaten path, you know.
We'll do that another day when we have more time.
So what do you want me to?
Just do the basic setup, like not advanced. What like your normal things. How to or is this is it this gonna do the dive thing?
Well, no. The only reason it's doing that is because you're overspeeding. Does it start beeping?
Well, it goes dee and then it'll go off, and then like I don't know how to explain it, but my controller will shake. It'll start clicking.
Oh, you're either stalling or you're overspeeding.
It's definitely not stalling. It's probably overspeeding, but.
Okay, so I'm just gonna run through this and get flying, because I don't know. I gotta wait for the APU to turn on. Shut the door.
Yeah, I wish I had an airline.
No, that's fucking good.
I just think the game Flight Simulator is cool because you can see everything.
discontinue the use of electronic
Yeah,
devices
shut up,
and direct
bitch.
your attention to the flight attendants in the aisle as we go over the safety features
What's
of
like
the
a
Airbus
decent flight
321
from Philly?
aircraft.
It's not like super
There are
far.
safety information cards in the seat backs in front of you that
It depends
illustrate the safety of the
what I
Airbus
do.
aircraft.
See, this is easier to do on a computer, but I copy real world routes, like as they're happening. So like I fly on VATSIM, so it's like really hard to say what's good because I'll go on the VATSIM map and see what air traffic control's on, and then I'll try and find routes based out of, you know, what air traffic control sectors I want to fly through, in or out of, and then I'll just search airport on FlightAware. I'll see what's departing or arriving, and I'll just find a flight and mimic it and copy the route, flight level. Then I'll put it into a different program called Sim Toolkit Pro. I'll put it in there. That'll generate the entire flight plan. It'll tell me how much fuel. It'll tell me how many passengers. It'll tell me the payload. It'll basically give me all my information that I need. I can show you that too, but it's meaningless because you're on Xbox. But alright. So now, airplane's now lit up now because it's off the APU generator, and APU electricity. On an Airbus, alright, your speed, this is your heading, this is your altitude, and this is your vertical speed.
Yes, that's what what is vertical speed?
So I'll show you that once we get everyone. So under 10,000 feet, you can't go over 250 knots. Okay. Under 10,000. If you go over 250, under 10,000, it'll start beeping at you. You don't need heading unless you physically wanted to turn the airplane with the autopilot by hand. Like you can tell it to fly a heading of 360, it'll fly dead north. You can tell it to fly 180, it'll go dead south. Alright. That's what the heading is. Altitude. Ceiling altitude for the Airbus, I believe, is 390. Alright. That's as high as the Airbus is going to go.
That left knob, the left knob. Go over.
Which one?
The one that you're on now, go on the other side.
This one.
To the left.
Oh, one to the far left.
Yeah, far left.
That's speed.
Yeah, see, mine says speed Mach.
Yes. Okay. So speed. I can show you once you get airborne. Speed. Like I said, 250 under 10,000. After 10,000, you can usually go up to about 300 or 310. Okay.
Okay. But before you, I'm sorry. So before you take off, do you need that?
No. But this is where it differs between Xbox and PC and a real thing. This is why Xbox limits you. I'll show you once we get airborne. So 310 indicated wise, I'll show you the difference once we get near. 310, that's about as high as you want to go indicated on here. Because before you even reach that, or you will reach that, but that's after that you're going to be in Mach. And all Mach is, there's a button to the left here that switches it, speed Mach. All Mach is, okay, you can turn it all the way up. Fastest an Airbus is going to go is 0.82 Mach. That's Mach 1 is the speed of sound. If that makes sense. Yeah. Alright. So, I'm going to set this to 310 on the speed. No, first I got to set it to 250 because it'll also start beeping at you under 10,000. I'm going to set it to 38,000 feet, and I'll show you once we get airborne. It'll be a little easier. There it is. Alright. Now the engines. Do you know how to start the engines, or that you do it through let the Microsoft do it?
That's why I got disconnected from party.
He disconnected?
Yeah.
Are you back?
He's here, but I'm not sure if he's
It,
connected or not.
it doesn't show on mine. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here now.
Alright. So you just have Microsoft start the engines and everything for you?
Yeah, because I don't really know how to do it myself.
Alright. That's easy to do. That doesn't take long.
Yeah, so what, you have to switch on all the engine generators?
No. I can show you that separate. I'll just show you the basic airborne fundamentals. I might have to do this.
Damn, dude, I didn't even know those were buttons. Jesus Christ.
I don't know why it's not letting me do the... Oh, I know why.
Yeah, I wish I could zoom in on Xbox.
It's weird. I don't know. I gotta figure that out later. So engines are running.
What do you normally set your flaps at?
On the Airbus takeoff, it's always flaps 1. Well, I shouldn't say always. For now, always flaps 1. It's down the road I can explain why you would need anything else other than flaps 1. But for purposes that it's on Xbox, you probably won't ever need to use anything other than flaps 1. Alright. I'm not gonna get too in depth. So when I fly, I run the engines till they're at the appropriate oil temperature and everything, so because there's faults. You know, you can have engine failures on here and shit.
Well, yeah,
so.
I'm pretty sure I, yesterday, or no, it was whenever I first started playing, I turned all the failures on, and I'm pretty sure I fucked up with it.
So, quick brakes off. It's gonna fly weird because I didn't set any of the computer stuff up, but it's alright. That beeping, all that is a runway marker. So I'm about to hit 250 knots right here under 10,000. Alright. So I'm just gonna climb all the way up, see if I can get it to overspeed. So as in a climb, in a climb, okay. If I wanted to go right now, I'm over 250 knots. I'm climbing at a rate of 7,000. Right here, you can see. All right. Now, because my pitch, if you watch this, this is the PFD. Okay. This is your horizon line, where the brown meets or the red meets the blue. If I were to drop the nose of the aircraft down, you see the speed on the tape strip on the left goes up. Yeah. Okay. Now, to shut off that speed, I'm going to lift the nose. See that speed start coming down. Alright. On the bottom, below that strip, alright, that green triple point digit number, that's your Mach speed.
Gotcha.
Now, as you get higher, the reason they switch to Mach off of the from indicated is the air gets thinner as you get higher in altitude. So your indicated airspeed becomes very inaccurate. So your Mach speed is reference to the speed of sound over the ground. So that's always accurate, your Mach. On the right, here's your altitude in the green. Your set altitude's here in the blue. See, you really don't need to know all this because you won't be using this really. Over here, the green line on the right right now it has a 53. That's your vertical speed. Right now, if it's whatever it is, that's the rate that you're climbing at, and that's in feet per minute. So I'm gonna try and hold it at like 3,000 feet per minute, as close as I can. That's what that is. So that being said, now we're at 16,000 feet. I'm gonna set this to 327 is good. A heading of whatever heading we're on. 270, 380. Autopilot. Now it's gonna fly. It's gonna go all the way up to the speed of 327 knots indicated airspeed. We're gonna fly at a heading of 270, and we're gonna go up to 38,000 feet. And when we get to 38,000 feet, it's gonna level off in autopilot, and it's gonna hold that speed at 38,000 feet. If I want it, if you were in the cockpit to tell it to go to 38,000 feet on the PC, I get the 2 dots here. You need to pull that knob out for the altitude. It'll climb automatically as long as autopilot's engaged at 38,000 feet as fast as it can, with the exception of it is going to stay at 327 knots if you pull this. If you push it, which I won't, it won't come up because I don't have a flight plan in, but if you push that button in, it'll have a dot right here next to the altitude. That's managed, so it'll climb to 38,000 feet whatever the flight plan tells it to. So say there's point A, B, and C on the flight plan. If point A tells you need to be at 5,000 feet, point B tells you need to be at 10,000 feet, C
so it
needs,
just tells you.
It'll calculate that and fly whatever the flight plan is. If it doesn't have a dot, you pull it, it's going to go to 38,000 feet, and it's not going to care what's in a flight plan. If you wanted to control how fast you're going to go up to 38,000 feet, say right now we're climbing at 4,000 feet per minute, right? And I only would say, all right, you know what? I need more. You can go over here to vertical speed, and you can turn it all the way up to 6,000, and it's going to climb at 6,000 feet per minute. Now you're going to start losing speed because it can no longer, that attitude can no longer hold 327 knots, but it's going to climb at 6,000 feet per minute. Say, okay, I don't want it to be at 6,000 feet per minute. I want it to be at 327. You can put that back to 0 and pull the speed knob, and it's gonna go back to 327. It's gonna stop. It's gonna bring the nose down, and it's gonna find its way back to 327. So right now we're at 28,000 feet. As you can see on the Airbus, this red strip, 327's in that red strip. We're about to overspeed. That's going to climb. It's going to drop that nose. That speed's going to go up. And it's going to start beeping. That's overspeed. Now, what it's going to do is it's going to put that vertical speed up to shut off that speed so it's not overspeeding to protect the aircraft. And it's going to just keep beeping until it's out of overspeed. As you can see, it's climbing right now. And once it gets down to 327, it's going to level off. And then the speed's just going to keep on going up, and it's going to climb again. It'll also say that right here. Right here's like your little info box. It'll tell you what is going on with the aircraft. Vice versa going down. So with these knobs, right, for the autopilot, if you pull them out, you're going to override the FMS. Or, the MC, or what's called on the Airbus as an MCDU, but it's the flight management system. If you push it in, it's going to do whatever is in the computer, whatever is in the flight plan that's set. It's gonna be within those limitations. Let's put it that way. But if you pull it, that's whatever you want. That's like bypassing the flight plan and you telling it to do certain things. That's the best way to describe it.
So it's basically just putting it to manual.
So is that what it was doing before? Was it beeping like that?
Yeah, in a sense. And it was just really weird because, like I said, it would go so high up. Say I'd be at like, I don't know, 29,000 feet. It would drop to like 23,000 feet, gaining a shitload of speed, and then go shoot back up another 10, 11,000 feet, and then go back down.
That seems like it's from the overspeed.
It was pretty much, if I could describe how, like, what it looked like it was just like a roller coaster. It was
So like this, I'll show you. So right now we're climbing, and our speed is at its limit of threshold limit. As you can see, this, I forget what this is called, but this will come up where when this gets into the bottom here where the orange meets the red, the orange here is just like a warning zone. The red is where it's going to stall. All right. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to see if I can get it to stall. And what it's going to do is it's going to drop the nose out of my control to regain speed to protect it from stalling. And this is why I tell people all the time that Airbus is probably the safest aircraft to fly versus a Boeing, to a point. Because an Airbus, it's all computer, where a Boeing, you could stall an aircraft and it ain't gonna do nothing to prevent it from crashing. It's gonna be totally up to the pilot. Here, this might be easier to see. So you'll hear the engines start coming up. Oh shit. Fuck. So the engines are what's called A floor. Right here. When it thinks it's gonna stall, those engines are gonna spool all the way up. They're gonna go full thrust, and it's gonna pitch the nose up to prevent the aircraft from stalling. So on an Airbus, I literally can't even try and crash it if I wanted to. I'm gonna put the nose totally down. Alright. That speed's gonna climb. Alright. Now we're at full thrust. We're diving at 13,000 feet per minute. We're about to overspeed, and I have the joystick totally forward. It's gonna overspeed and it's gonna pick it back up. To shut off that speed. It's gonna pick the nose up. Now I have the joystick all the way forward. It's totally, there's the computer flying right now.
Yeah, this thing seems a lot easier to fly than the other one I was flying.
I have it in a climb, full thrust. Eventually it's gonna go all the way up, and it's gonna stall again, and then it'll drop the nose totally on its own. We're almost pretty much near vertical.
Yeah, that's what it kind of was doing. It's like, it was straight up in the middle, not straight up in the middle, it was like that.
Yeah. So if you're not, how can I say it? Once you overspeed and you lose control of it, the only way to control is you need to manage your speed. You got to figure out what's causing the overspeed or the stall. It's one of the two. So right now I have the joystick pulled all the way back, and it's going to pull the nose down. And if I let it go, it's just going to keep doing that. So I have my hand off the joystick totally, but the throttle's pegged full thrust.
Yeah, this is what it was
doing. It's just gonna keep going, like you said, like a roller coaster. Because it's gonna go all the way up until it goes to a stall, and then it's gonna drop the nose. And as it drops the nose, you're gonna start coming down, and then it's gonna overspeed, and it's just back and forth, overspeed, borderline stall, and back to overspeed, borderline stall. And and on the Airbus, the only way to know between the two is to not be into the red. Is to watch your speed, watch your vertical speed, which is what
now,
also called your attitude.
How you set the altitude. So when it hits that altitude, it will level out.
So whatever altitude you set, right? I don't know how it is on the Xbox, but whatever altitude you set, and I can't right now because I'm in pause, but you set it, and see, it's hard, I don't really know how the FMS is set up with Microsoft Flight Simulator. I think that's all done from the menu, and then it puts it in automatically. But you can set your altitude to, as long as whatever is set in the FMS. So on the init page, I don't know if you could even get into this. Init, right here, your cruise FL, which is cruise flight level. It's FL flight level 380, 38,000 feet. That needs to match that. They need to correspond together. To a point.
Give me a second. I'm losing control. I accidentally did something and I fucked up. I'm going straight down. Oh, buddy. Found out you don't touch that thing in the back, dude.
Thing in the back.
Fucking the wing, the tail wing.
Oh, the rudder.
Yeah, I fuck myself every time I use it.
Well, you know how you do it. Actually, I can show you.
I know.
I could show you right now. And
Every time I do it, I go spiral straight down.
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you why. So I just need to gain control here. So all right, let me know when you're watching. Alright, so if I was gonna use the right rudder, I wanted to turn right, right? So when I use the right rudder, it's gonna put the nose to the right, okay? So when you go and use the right rudder, it's gonna turn, it's not gonna do it up this high. Hold on. I gotta go lower. Because the air is too thin up here and it won't. This is all physics. Got this in. Try now. If I use the right rudder, that's still too high. So, I'm at, I don't know why it's climbing. Oh, it's over speed. There we go. Okay. So I'm at like 10,000 feet, speed 250 knots, okay? I go to use the right rudder. Of course, it's gonna make a liar out of me now. Fast. There. But anyways, if I use the right rudder, what's happening is the plane's banking. Like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's causing that is you're losing lift on the right side. So right now with the wings level, you have even lift on either side, on both wings. Okay, when you use the rudder, it's gonna turn the plane where the right wing, the lower wing, actually has less surface contact with the air and less lift than the left wing. So it's gonna cause the plane to want to actually nose towards the ground, the lower side. It's gonna want to do this to go turn into the ground because it has less lift on that side. So the only way to fix that is to counteract that. So if you go right rudder, you need to turn the airplane left to keep it level. So vice versa. If you go left rudder, you gotta turn it right to keep it level. I don't know if you can see the rudder pedals in an airplane. So versus the joystick. So if I go left rudder, I turn joystick right to keep it level, vice versa. It's always opposite. It's hard to do it in one of these. I'll show you. Here, I have a good one I can show you on.
how do you slow down when you go on the land?
Manage your airspeed, flaps. You mean when you're in the air or on the ground?
You're on the in the air, going into the airstrip.
So you want to use your autopilot and dial that down. And so just like you were taking off, you dial it down and then pull it to set it. All the way down, and then with an Airbus, so if you're looking, right, this is idle. Where the throttles are, that's idle. That's totally no thrust at all. When you come forward, there's a click. The first click, that's your climb D10. That's gonna put it the auto throttle, right? The auto throttle on, it's gonna put it into speed mode in the climb. The next one's flex. With the flex, that's a whole nother thing I could talk about later. It's your flex. That's it's a calculation of your exhaust temperatures from the engines versus the outside air temperature, and it'll determine how much thrust, basically automatically. And then the furthest one forward is toga, which is takeoff, go around. That's 100% full thrust. When you land, you pull that to the back. It'll to the back. That's your reverse. But they'll only deploy when weight is indicated on the landing gear. On the Airbus, this is your speed brake. I'll show you here. So if I deploy the speed brake, those are going to come up. And it's going to slow you down in the air. All that's doing is forcing, as the wind passes over the wing, it deflects off of that and pushes and causes friction against the air and pushes the wing down to slow down. That's all that's doing. Get out of the clouds. And you were asking what an A310 is. I'll show you the difference.
Well, I just crashed. Oh, God.
I think you should invest in a flight sim PC.
Yeah, that will eventually happen one day. I'm just trying to get into it at the moment.
And I can show you from the beginning. It's like a GA aircraft, like the physics and fundamentals of, you know, just how flying works, and then work up to the bigger shit. Then you'll be able to. You don't need to learn every aircraft. You'll be able to get in one and understand how to fly it without ever flying it. All you would have to do is adapt to how the aircraft like works, and button, you know, where all the controls are, and that's the only difference. But this is an A310, which is also called, well, an A310 and an A306 are the same things. But this is what that is. Yeah. That's an A306 or an A300. They're all the same thing. It's just like the Airbus. You have the A320 family, but you have an A319, A320, an A321, and A320neo. They're all an A320 family. Where this, the A310, A306, they're all an A300. The only difference is its internals, the engines. I haven't flown this bird in a while. I don't remember if I know how. The new X-Plane came out, brand new. I'm yet to make the leap because I have so much shit on this one that I don't want to lose all of it. I can show you a difference. Fucking this X-Plane versus the brand new one. It's like night and day. This one's like a dinosaur compared to the new one.
Was the new one a lot better?
Oh, it looks 100 times better. It has water reflections on the ground. It's crazy. The only thing I don't like about the new one is the clouds. I like my weather. It's called X-Enviro. It's my weather engine for this X-Plane. To me, if I could have that in the other one, I would probably make the leap, but these engines better be turning. Oh, it's paused. Oh, I don't know if I remember how to do this. I don't remember where the parking brake is. Where, oh where could you be?
Airspeed alive. 60 knots.
Wow, I don't have the controls set up for this one. Yeesh. Oh, I don't have my controls set up for this one. That ain't gonna work. Microsoft Flight, oh, it probably needs another update. Oh, that's an aircraft, Chris.
So what did you think?
What?
Yeah, that's huge.
That's an A340. See, with PC you can get different like throttle controls and yokes and joysticks. And I have a throttle where I have a lever for each engine. But this is also an Airbus, but it's not in the 320 family. It's its own. The 340 controls are totally different. Has twice as many buttons, as you can tell.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah. I have yet, in the amount of time I've been flying, I have yet to do a flight with this. I have not done a flight with this one yet. And the only reason is that this type of aircraft is for like a really long haul, from like London or Frankfurt, Germany or something to the US. So it's like 8, 9, 10 hour long flights. So I have not done one of these yet. I was actually really considering doing that over Christmas break. So doing some long hauls. But while I have you here, I'll show you something else. This is what's nice about PC. What I can do with this, alright, well, I can come in here. I can show every single route I've done. Every one of those lines. I don't know if it's showing it. It doesn't look like it's showing it. Is it still showing X-Plane?
It's still showing X-Plane.
Hold on. Oh, that's why. There.
I got you.
Delete this. That was my other one. I don't need that. Alright. So I can, this is the dashboard, right? This is a live map of every aircraft that's on VATSIM or other networks. This is the globe, right? Every one of those green sectors is air traffic control centers that are online. Pick them up here. It's really tiny, but this is Minneapolis. It'll show every controller that's working in Minneapolis. So you have Minneapolis Tower, ground, departure, 2 different approach frequencies, and another ground. That's all ATC, just in Minneapolis. All the airplanes are people flying. It gives you weather. These lines here, alright, are all different routes. They're airways, I should say. Intercontinental airways, let's put it that way, between the US and England and Germany and Europe. So you have the green, which is high en route, and the blue. I can do flight planning. I can come in here. I could keep it simple. If I wanted to just do this, I could do K for Allentown, which is KABE for Allentown, Bethlehem, Easton. Click it. And you could do Philadelphia, which is KPHL. Philadelphia. Right? It's 47 nautical miles and should take 7 minutes en route time. These are all my aircraft that I put into the system that I have. So any one of these, whichever one I'm flying, I could pick this Allegiant here. All this will self-generate if I wanted to keep it simple. Click it over, it'll generate it here through SimBrief. And it will give the route. This is your flight plan. So you have Allentown right here, Philadelphia right here. All right. If you wanted to fly on the network, you come up to pre-file. VATSIM pre-file. It'll bring it. You won't be able to see it. It brings up another screen. I hit the pre-file button. It'll send the air traffic controllers my flight plan, which is what they do in real world. They got to file a flight plan. File flight plan. I hit fly now. It shows my aircraft in the wrong spot because I'm actually at Philly, but it'll show my real time where the plane is. So I can zoom in. It shows me sitting on the runway right here.
That's cool.
Now, information-wise for your flight plan, all right, you come up, click load sheet. It'll tell you payload. All right, if you needed to plug in payload, 28,572 pounds. How many passengers? 122 passengers. Fuel, you always go off of your block fuel. So your block fuel is everything combined. Your en route fuel, your taxi fuel, your contingency fuel, which is like unplanned weather changes. You know, like when you're up in the air, let's say the wind direction changes that we weren't expecting, your contingency, and we're planning 1,120 pounds of fuel just for unexpected, you know, whatever. The wind changes and it's going against us, blowing, you know, at us head on, and it's going to slow us down. We have 1,100 pounds of fuel to make up for that. Reserve fuel is just how much fuel you want when you're on your approach, when you're about to land, in case you need to go around. And your minimum takeoff fuel. So when you go to take off, you should have at least 7,682 pounds to take off with, or else you may not meet the reserve requirements and your contingency, yada yada yada. So, but your block is everything together. That's what you need to load the aircraft with. So it gives you all this information here. Also your cost index. So if you were to plug in the information in the FMS, your cost index is a calculation based off of how fast the aircraft is going to fly to make up for time. It's a formula number, basically. But that gives you all that information automatically. It generates it for you. Now your flight plan itself is OFP, Operating Flight Plan. All this information here. If you do it enough, you don't need to read this whole thing. You know exactly what to look for. All right. So at the top here, it gives you. I can't even highlight it. Of course. But it gives you everything. Your fuel, passengers, basically everything that was in the other one. The only thing that wasn't in the load sheet is your route. Your route will be on here, but you can also get the route up here. Gives you your expected departing runway, your arriving runway, if I can highlight it. That's your arriving information. You can click the weather details button. It'll give you all the weather that's there. Your wind direction, if it's raining, the temperature, your barometric pressure, or altimeter, all that stuff. METARs are the same thing. That's your weather. Gives you wind 280 at 11 knots. Altimeter 3014.
Night, love you.
You can search real airline routes on here.
This just gives you everything.
Oh yeah. I use this, so if I go to my logbook, this is every flight I've done, every route that I've logged. Every one of those lines is from one airport to another. Sometimes most of them are duplicates. So if I do, you have Chicago to Atlanta, I've done that route a couple times. It'll give you over here. I don't know if you can see it. It gives you my landing rate. That's in feet per minute. The most recent one, as you were getting on earlier, before you got on, I did Louisville, Kentucky to San Antonio, Texas. I got a landing rate of 135 feet per minute, which is pretty good. That's like butter. I logged a total of 162 flights and a total of 275.5 hours airtime, with a distance of 70,418 nautical miles.
What's a nautical mile?
It's how can I explain this? I guess the best way would be for me to find a definition. So, a nautical mile is a unit used in measuring distances at sea or air equal to, I don't know, see that one's only for water. Okay, so a nautical mile is 6,000 feet or 1,852 meters. So, thus, 100 nautical miles is equivalent to 115.08 regular miles.
Oh, okay. 115 miles is 1 nautical.
Is 100. Is a 100. So it's 1. One nautical mile is a little over 1 regular mile.
Okay. Give me a minute. I'll be right back.
All right.